thing always pops in my mind. Hey, I got to do this, this, and this. But then after you go back and watch tape, usually you tweak it a little bit. It's two-way. Yes, I have the things that come right in my head.
Shoot comes out in the southpaw stance. That's because he wants to shoot.
Like against Matt Serra, I knew I wanted to stay away from his big right hand. So that's why I switched to a southpaw, and that way it sort of me away from his right hand.
He was still in that southpaw stance. Well, I think by standing with the right hand forward, he's indicating that he's trying to concentrate on his wrestling.
I come up with what I think is a good game plan, but I'm not a great boxer, so I definitely take all the input from my boxing coach that I can, because he's so familiar with footwork and everything like that. So he comes up with a game plan on our feet.
Shit. I gotta come to you. Don't sit too heavy on that front foot. Get back to 60. I gotta step to you. Shit. Shit. Trust that whip. You got that speed. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I feel like you're up here because you're trying to overcompensate, trying to meet me to it. When you're sitting back, you got that more control of that whip. Shit. In terms of the fighters themselves, I definitely do send them links and scouting reports of what I saw, what I didn't see, good and bad in each fight. Offline, meaning going to your right. You know what I'm saying? It feels off, a little more off than over to your left. So off and stepping off to your right. But once they get one look at it, that's usually about it. I don't want them guys to fester on fight tapes over and over and over. They need to start thinking more proactively in terms of what they're going to do, not what their opponents are going to do. Stretch the motion, like I said, if he switches at the last second, you'll hear me say step to him, basically. See the sound? Step to him, yep.
A lot of times if you focus too much on their strength, you end up sitting back, being defensive, and never getting off of these first. The key is to exploit their weaknesses early and often.
Well, listen, you can never worry about your opponent. It's a two-man sport, and you can't control him. You got to just take care of yourself. I work on one guy, and that's me. And my skills are my skills. His skills are his skills. And I don't plan to shut down what he does. He's more than welcome to bring whatever he wants to the fight. But I'll do the same thing, and the better guy will win.
Spring when you go, Clay. Spring. Good check. Good check. All the way in, all the way out. Okay, don't sit there in that range. Be relentless on those takedowns. Got it? Hey, set a pace.
You're constantly tweaking the game plan as the fighters go through camp. You can also tweak it in the fight. Like if things aren't working, you can ask them to do something that, as long as it's not outrageous, that they might have not previously thought of, because you see an opening open up, or you see the psychology changing.
Third punch. Third punch. Let's go. Get up. Show him what it is. Show him what it is. Hey, fight smart.
I think Randy Couture does it the best. That's why I look up to him. I kind of mold myself after him. He's had game plans to go sour in fights, and he knows how to adjust on the fly. You know what I mean? He just, he doesn't think about it. He just does it. It's one of those things you can't think about it. It's just got to be natural. If something goes sour in the fight, you have to be able to just boom, snap of a finger, go to plan B and C, whatever it takes.
Brandon is muscling Randy here.
Give me some dirty boxing in there, Randy.
Good job. Here's the trip now.
I think I learned that ability to persevere even in the worst situations and in tough matches from wrestling. I think wrestling is one of those sports where you get taken down, or you can be getting beat, you can still find a way to win.
Basically, that's the whole goal, is to create an instinct. Really, I always talk about telling people creating a presence, showing where people are. It's no different than, they talk about that quarterback presence when the linebacker's coming up behind you, and you just sense that something's wrong, something's there. So we give them, when I'm holding pads with them, or when I'm having some of my guys work with them on the ground, I'm trying to give them looks that they're going to feel uncomfortable, to where they can kind of, that sixth sense kicks in. It's like, okay, this is not right. And they can, change the situation and create a position that we're more comfortable with.
You have to be thinking about every situation, every possibility that might come into play in a fight. a good example of our flexibility with being able to adapt game plans is my last fight. I was supposed to fight Thiago Alves. 3 days out, the opponent got switched to Ben Saunders, somebody who we go from a 5'9" opponent to a 6'3" opponent. We go from an orthodox right-handed opponent to a southpaw. It's a very big change. It's a lot of things that we do. We were very able to game plan and change things around in 2 days and adjust for that fight and still do very well.
UFC middleweight championship is on the line. Ready? Let's go. Here we go. Who would have expected that? Behind the left hand. And again.
my first time I fight 3 rounds. My game plan was no go to the ground, you know. He tried to put me down, but he was successful. Now I'm gonna fight for the title. I wanna fight for the title, and I think I will.
Actually, the game plan fell exactly kind of like we thought it would. The only change was I didn't know I would clip him from a punch into the front headlock. I knew going into this fight, if I was going to do a submission, that was going to be one of the 2 submissions I was going to catch him in.
As soon as I locked it in, I knew I had that arm. I was like, this is over.
I don't think I've ever seen a guy go to sleep from this, and that's just the kind of power that Matt Hughes has.
Having seen a different angle on that choke, I think I might understand it now. How you're putting that pressure on that. I'm driving my shoulder. Boy, you had his arms almost behind his head, and then you were driving so hard on that.
An interviewer asked me years ago, what's your favorite moment from fighting? Well, the first thing that came to mind was winning the world title. But to be honest, there's thousands of moments with my cornermen that when I leave this sport, that's what I'm going to take out of here is my good time with my friends, and they're like brothers. I mean, if they would need something and they would call me, I would either be there or whatever it would be in the mail, and they know that, and they know if I need something, they would be there for me. So I mean, we have a good time, and yeah, we had a little wager on the line, so 2 of my corners get some guns. If I knock him out or if I knock him down into a finish, he gets to pick out a gun.
Out of your collection?
No, I'll get it for
Oh, okay.
I'll give it. And then I come out, I said, that's not fair for Jeremy. So I said, if I submit somebody, Jeremy's my submission coach, he gets the gun.
Do they both get one?
So now it comes out, now we talked about it, and if I knock him down into a submission, they both get a gun. So as soon as the fight was over, I look at my corner, what's he doing?
Where's my gun?
2 guns!
First, and he keeps good pressure. We were trying to, I think I worried about the submission too much when I had him up against the fence, and I had a feeling I didn't do anything with it. You know, I was kind of worried about taking him down, going into guillotine, but my hands felt good. I kept circling left, staying on the outside of his lead leg against the southpaw, and I landed some shots. He got some good inside leg kicks, and I started checking him and throwing that jab, you know, coming in and stuff, and then he kicked me in the knee a couple times. I could tell it hurt his shin, you know. We stuck to the game plan, and I got away from movements, and then, you know, we knew the takedowns and the ground and pound was going to be the key to victory, and I think it was. We landed enough shots on the feet to get, you know, into his guard, and I did enough ground and pound to just, you know, pass, get the half guard and kind of just sink in that choke, I guess. I just had him pinned up against the fence, and I was squeezing for dear life, and, you know, I didn't expect him to tap for me. I thought I was just kind of punishing him, you know, and then I think we put enough pressure on his jaw. He didn't want any more.
All right, come on, good time, man.
Without a hitch, taking movement, staying outside, drawing him in to throw heavy punches, hitting the relatively high level takedowns.
All about John Fitch and the takedown.
And you see a lot of guys failing, coming for shots at the knee or low. It's easy to pull away and jump away from that. Focus more on being inside, clinching, and using his clinch positioning and dominating. He had a good game plan too. I think with his coaches, they were trying to draw me in, they catch his knees. I just stayed away from it though, and threw some new stuff in, head movements, some body shots, some things they weren't expecting. I think I got the better of the knees in the fight also.
What worked?
Yeah, he got pretty much everything. I mean, defense was tight, so he didn't really catch it. They didn't flush at all.
Yeah, you don't get marked up really at all, so it's great.
He's throwing a lot of power. He's kind of...